All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a couple days. We're just kind of like a little bit on an off season of football right now. I know we were doing all the videos on the channel during the tournaments, and they're going to be returning a lot. We just really haven't had that many stories going on. There is a crazy story today in France about Bordeaux that's just closed. Like, they're just literally not even going to exist anymore as a pro club, which is absolutely wild. So, yeah, today we have a fun one. You guys like the ranking videos, and this one is crazy. Now, ESPN, let's just talk overall how they are doing as a media company. They are definitely on the decline. And I, a lot of the time, am falling victim to what they post because I genuinely think they post just to get interactions. I think they are one of those accounts that literally just throws stuff up and just says, hey, how do we get as many interactions as we can? Because they rank the top 25 men's soccer players of the 21st century. And it might be the worst list I have seen in a really long time. I mean, we're talking like terrible list. Like, this is someone you go on Twitter, and just because they played 1 year of FIFA and FIFA 21, they think they have every ball knowledge capacity in the world, and they give you a ranking list. So we will jump into it. Let me know in the comments what part of this list you find to just be the most ridiculous part. There's multiple moments where I look at this list and I just say, are they being serious? So without further ado, we're going to get into it. So first of all, Messi at number one. Look, I have no problem with that. Messi, for me, I always said, for me, I felt like the greatest player that I've ever got to see footage of or watched is Maradona. And then I said the problem with Messi is he's never had that World Cup. He got the World Cup. And look, I'm fine with Messi at number one. I'm fine with Ronaldo at two. If you were to have in the 21st century any difference of not having Messi or Ronaldo at 1 and 2, no matter who you are, if you're Ronaldo 1, a Messi 1, I have no problem with that at all. Like, zero issues with that. Ronaldo, Messi should be the number 1 and 2. Look, I pulled up a tweet that kind of has this summarized as well, but I want to go through the article with you guys and see how they rank it just on initial reaction. I've seen only like a couple of the rankings from the tweet, so it's going to be a pretty raw reaction. So Thierry Henry at 3 is interesting, because initially, in terms of what was overall accomplished, I look at maybe like, how is maybe an Iniesta not at 3? We're talking 21st century. I'm just thinking, there's a lot of players that 3 I'm looking at thinking, wow, how are they not there? You know, you could even go and say Xavi, or I don't know who else you want to put in that conversation for 3, but Thierry Henry, obviously for me, probably one of the best Premier League players we've ever seen. So I can understand maybe how they have Henry that high. I think it's going to be too high in the list. Let's see who's 4. Oh, yeah. No, ESPN. Nah, see, so this is where I'm going to react to this, and I'm going to start to figure out how insane this list is. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Zidane might be the one player that, in terms of overall quality and class, you could even argue if you wanted to put him higher up, and I don't want to make people mad with that, but even higher than 3. Zidane is just, oh, he's another level. Yeah, nah, he's going to have to be probably ahead of Henry for me. Luka Modric at 5. So this is the interesting one. The Modric versus Xavi and Iniesta is always going to be down to a lot of people's bias with, do they like Real Madrid or do they like Barca? I do feel like Modric has been a key part to those Champions League winning squads. 6 times is obviously insane, but it doesn't, at the same time, you can't discount what Iniesta and Xavi did with Spain in that run, because what they did with how they won in what was it, 2008, 2010, 2012, just they were so dominant those years. So that's always gonna be a tough one for me. I think I'm okay. I'm okay with Zidane ahead of Iniesta and Xavi and Modric, but when we get to that next part, I'm in a little bit of I don't know, and that's where I'm also like, I don't know if I personally would put Henry above Xavi, Iniesta, Modric. It's not the most ludicrous thing I've seen so far. It probably will get crazier. Oh no. No. Okay. Oh, no. Listen, I love Mbappe. No. No. Now, Mbappe, oh, no. I love him, too. I love him. I think he's such a talent as well. But in terms of what he has accomplished so far and where he is in his career, not yet. Not yet. I mean, we're talking, you have this guy above right now. No. No. He's not above Iniesta. There's no way. Xavi's at 8. So they have Iniesta and Xavi at 8. R9 at 9. That's the thing, too. You can't forget R9, bro. This guy, when he was healthy, probably the greatest striker of all time healthy. R9. If you go out of this century, not this century, but it says 2000, right? Best strikers. I mean, it's got to be R9-1 Suarez too. I still consider Ronaldo left wing always. CR7. Ronaldinho at 10. So they have Henry. They have Henry. They have Modric and Henry over R9, Dino. Mbappe does not. No. Mbappe. No. Mbappe has to be dropped. Like Mbappe still, in my opinion, is not. Even just looking at this, Mbappe is not top 10. Zlatan at 11. So they have. Listen, I love Zlatan. I think he's incredible as an individual, and I think a lot of times with Zlatan's legacy, look for me, Zlatan. This is going to be. Some people are going to watch this and say I hate this take because they're going to think it's Americanized. What he did, even just coming into the MLS at that point in his career, and how crazy that one season was, where the bro got subbed in and scored 2 half-field volleys to win the game. I was like, oh my God, what just happened, right? So some of the stuff Zlatan did over his career, the crazy goal, in a Sweden game over England, he's probably got one of the all-time goal catalogs. He belongs in his top 25. I don't know if he belongs at 11. I'm not sure in terms of what overall impact if I would have Zlatan over we got to think even greats. Like, we got to be looking at even Buffon and Neuer and Neymar. I still consider Neymar in terms of one of the best talents I've ever seen. I think Neymar is extremely disrespected. If you want to put him below Dino, above Dino, that's fine. No, not 12 for De Bruyne. I think that's too high for De Bruyne. As great as he is, I love De Bruyne as well. I think that's a little too high. Toni Kroos at 13. See, this is where I would be looking at this list thinking I would have Toni Kroos higher. Definitely, in terms of, because I value players that contribute to winning cultures, right? And yes, De Bruyne has had a very winning culture at City, but what Toni has done this season at the end of this career, and 6-time Champions League, World Cup winner, that's too low for him. Where is Neymar? I'm trying to see where's Neymar, Neuer, and Bale, because Ramos, okay. Ramos for me, I'm very high on Ramos stock. Puyol at 15, so they are rating Ramos above Puyol. I am okay with that. Benzema at 16, that's too high. Busquets at 17, so they have Busquets, Benzema over Neymar and Bale. Lewandowski 18. Oh, no, that's too low. Kaká is way too low, too. How do we forget about him? That's too low. Kaká should be higher. Neymar is 20, bro. No way he's 20. I'm sorry. In terms of what my eyes tell me, he cannot be 20 in this list. That is crazy. Pirlo, 21. Rooney's not in the top 15 either? Oh, my God. Pirlo as well. Vieira, 23. Suarez, 24. So Suarez, for me, number 2, I would say probably number 2 striker this generation has seen. Buffon, 25. So ESPN did not invite Neuer or Bale. What? No. That is insane. Okay, so this is the full list. I had this just weighted, just to go here. Looking at this list, right? This is fine. Zidane has to be higher. I mean, for me, Zidane has to be higher. I think Iniesta has to be in the top 5. If Neymar and Ronaldinho are not, they have to be just outside the top 5. R9 for me is in the top 10. Kaká. I think Kaká, if you guys go look at Kaká, because a lot of people didn't really get to watch the peak of Kaká, how insane he was, I would have him probably in that top 10. So that probably leaves me with 1 or 2 more players. It feels really wrong that Suarez is not maybe even just outside that top 10. And it feels really wrong that just because Buffon is a goalkeeper, he's 25, and Neuer is not even on this list. How is that possible? They deserve it way more than a Benzema. How can Busquets be higher than Neymar? I don't agree with that, even though with what Busquets won, I don't like that. Lewandowski above Kaká is the most ludicrous thing I've read. Rooney at 22 behind Lewandowski and Benzema. I don't think that's true. Wow, this list is crazy. Just seeing this for the first time, I can understand why people are so upset about this list, because ESPN have done it again and basically confirmed they don't know any football. This is crazy. I don't even understand who let them make this list. Oh my God, my head hurts. I mean, I understand it's hard to rank players because you have to take, basically what I'm seeing from this list is that they very much value the top 25 men's footballers of the 21st century. They very much value probably, it looks like they're very much factoring in league accomplishments. When I look at accomplishments overall, I look at it like this, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is my bias in terms of reading rankings and stuff. What you do at the international stage, what you do in the Champions League. Those two for me are extremely important. Now, obviously, there's talent, combined with those. Now, the leagues, obviously, the Premier League is tough. You can argue this and that if you think the Premier League is harder to win than the UCL. It's not. It's not. The UCL is definitely harder to win than the Premier League. So the teams that get that done, I always, legacy-wise, have them way higher. Yeah, so there's too much. Yeah, there's too much here. So in terms of, let's look at the top 10 who I would probably drop the stock a little bit. Henry, I think one of the best Premier League players of all time. If he would have been in the top 10, I would probably have him between 5 and 10. Modric, I would drop a little bit. I think it's too unfair to Tony Cruz to have Modric at 5 and Tony at 13. Zlatan is fine, but he's probably still a little high because I have Suarez above Zlatan all time. The peak of Suarez was ridiculous. Rooney should be just around there. Neymar, I know in terms of accomplishments, but him and Kaká at 1920 is so disrespectful. To see Lewa and Benzema above, I mean, I understand Benzema's got the Ballon d'Or now, so that kind of maybe legacy-wise has him a bit higher. Oh my God, Maldini. Where's Maldini? Oh my God, where's Maldini? Wow, so let me see this. What are people saying here? And that's the thing, too. We're missing Robin. So they have Messi, Ronaldo, Iniesta, Xavi, Dino, Zidane, Henry, Neuer. This is One Football has a list. Messi, Ronaldo, Iniesta, Xavi, Dino, Zidane, Henry, Neuer, Kaká, Suarez. This is a little bit better. Look, this is not going to be correct, but this is still Benzema at 11. Who invited Benzema to 11? Now, maybe I think Maldini they're still considering probably pre this. Dani Alves 12. Oh my goodness. Modric at 14, Rooney at 16, R9 at 17. Can't forget about Lam. Ramos 2, obviously 19. Muller, Stevie G, Robin, Cole, PK, Neymar. Neymar 25, PK 24. Forgetting about Casillas. That's what I'm saying. Bale. The fact that Bale, though, I feel like that's crazy that Bale doesn't get on that top 25 list. Buffon at 35. 35. Drogba, one of the craziest. I'm turning the video off, man. That's enough. I've seen enough. What do you guys think of this list, man? This is crazy. I'm out.